The year is 1939. The world watches, holding its breath. The Treaty of Versailles, signed after the Great War, had failed. It was meant to ensure peace, but it sowed the seeds of a new conflict. Germany, burdened by reparations, yearned for a return to glory. In Italy, Benito Mussolini's fascist regime rose to power, hungry for conquest. Japan, with its own imperial ambitions, expanded aggressively in Asia. The world was a powder keg waiting for a spark. The global economic depression fueled desperation and resentment. People yearned for strong leaders, for someone to promise them a better future. Into this void stepped men with dangerous ideologies. On September 1st, 1939, the world held its breath. German forces under Adolf Hitler's command stormed into Poland. The Nazi blitzkrieg, a lightning war of tanks and planes, overwhelmed the Polish defences. This brutal, swift attack marked the beginning of World War II. Great Britain and France, bound by treaties to defend Poland, declared war on Germany. The fragile peace was shattered. The conflict quickly escalated, drawing in nations from every corner of the globe. The world watched in horror as the Nazi war machine rolled across Europe. Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, all fell under Hitler's control. The horrors of war, once a distant memory, returned with terrifying intensity. The war raged on two fronts, Europe and the Pacific. In Europe, the Nazis faced fierce resistance from the Soviet Union. The Battle of Stalingrad, a brutal, months-long siege, became a turning point in the war. In the Pacific, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. The attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States into the war. The US Navy, though initially caught off guard, rallied and fought back with determination. The Battle of Midway, 6 months later, proved to be a decisive victory for the Allies. American forces, led by Admiral Chester Nimitz, crippled the Japanese fleet. The tide of the war in the Pacific began to turn. Section 4. Titans of War, Leaders and Their Legacies. World War II was a clash not only of armies but of ideologies. At the forefront stood leaders who would shape the course of history. Winston Churchill, the resolute Prime Minister of Great Britain, rallied his nation with his unwavering spirit. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the President of the United States, provided leadership and resources to the Allied cause. Joseph Stalin, the ruthless dictator of the Soviet Union, led his people through unimaginable hardship and sacrifice. On the other side stood Adolf Hitler, the architect of Nazi Germany's reign of terror. His twisted ideology, fueled by hate and intolerance, plunged the world into darkness. Section 5. The Price of Victory. A world reshaped. After 6 long years of devastating conflict, the war finally ended in 1945. The Allied powers emerged victorious, but the cost of victory was staggering. Millions lay dead, victims of the deadliest conflict in human history. The world lay in ruins, scarred by the horrors it had witnessed. Yet, from the ashes of destruction arose a glimmer of hope. The United Nations was formed, a beacon of international cooperation dedicated to preventing future conflicts. The war also marked the beginning of a new era, the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union, once allies, emerged as superpowers, locked in an ideological struggle that would define the latter half of the 20th century. Section 6. Echoes of War, a Legacy Remembered. World War II, a global conflict of unprecedented scale, left an indelible mark on human history. Its echoes resonate even today, reminding us of the devastating consequences of hatred, intolerance, and unchecked ambition. We remember the millions who perished, the countless lives forever changed. We honor the sacrifices made by those who fought for freedom and justice. Their courage in the face of tyranny serves as an inspiration to us all. The lessons of World War II must never be forgotten. We must strive to build a world where such horrors are never repeated. A world where dialogue replaces division, where understanding overcomes hatred, and where peace prevails.